me, but while I was gone, I seen the comment about Mark Zuckerberg. And this is the mistake that people making. Candace Owens came out and said, well, Mark Zuckerberg, it's too little too late for you to come out and say this. And we're not going to accept Mark Zuckerberg. Candace is a smart woman, but at the end of the day, Candace is still a woman. And so women tend to be a little bit emotional about things. And they miss things. And while I like Candace, I think she's beautiful. I think she's intelligent. She's about as wrong as you can be. She's as wrong as two left feet. Didn't them people just tell y'all that they gonna have a series of unprecedented events and disasters, a time of chaos going on? Didn't Klaus Schwab just come out and say, we are moving into a time period of unparalleled disasters and consequences and chaos? Didn't he just say that? Didn't Klaus Schwab just say that? Didn't Bill Gates say, the next virus, the next pandemic, you won't be able to laugh at this one? So when Mark Zuckerberg comes out and says he ain't gonna censor, it ain't too late. It's a fantastic thing. Because what he's saying is when they roll out the next thing, which clearly Mark Zuckerberg knows they're gonna roll out the next thing, he's saying, I'm not down with you. And one of the most powerful ways that they stop people from getting the information was censorship. Why do you think they arrested homie from Telegram? Come on, man. You don't shoo Mark. You open your arms to Mark and say, Mark, welcome to the team. We're glad that you saw the truth. We're glad, Mark, that you're no longer on that team. Although you are an android or a lizard person, we welcome you, lizard man. Thank you. It's war, man. When somebody defects from the enemy army, now you don't trust them 100%, but you damn sure bring them in and get all the information you can get out of them. You don't sit there and say, oh, well, we're not going to support Mark at all because he did this. No, don't put him out in the cold. Leave him out in the cold. Zuckerberg going to go back over to the side he came from. He ran from that side because he sees something. I believe that Mark sees that the tide has changed. But don't you for a second think that he don't know what the real deal is. Don't you think for a second that the CEO of Telegram, the CEO of Rumble, they don't know what the real deal is? That they don't know what's coming down the pipeline? Come on, man, we got to be smart, man. We got to be smart. I got about 15 more minutes where I could talk. I didn't want to cut the last one short. We was talking about movies and everybody skedaddled out of there. But come on, man, you got to think. That's a problem. When people just be hopping out saying stuff, don't think. Reacting off their emotions. You can't sit up there and say, oh, Mark, it's too little too late. No, it ain't too little too late. He gave $400 million to help them stuff ballot boxes. No, it ain't too little too late. You ain't going to give them the $400 million? Thank you. That's $400 million they got to get from somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about it, dog. Come on, man. This is crazy. All these people messaging me. It's insane. Yeah. You got to think, man. Like, people don't understand warfare. So, since they don't understand warfare, they're sitting there thinking from their emotions. If you understand you at war, they just try to whack a whole bunch of people. And then they bragging about the fact that they're going to whack people at the World Economic Forum. So when somebody is peeled away from them and stands on their own, you don't tell them too little too late. Thank you, man, for coming to the knowledge of the truth. We appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. No. Don't do that, man. Embrace that man. Embrace him. That's the biggest mistake you can make is do that if you got a huge platform. Now, if you want, bring them on. Well, Mark, you got to answer for some things. Come on and talk to me. Scold them. Talk to them. But don't shut them out. No, sir. No, sir, that's a big mistake. Shutting them out is a huge mistake, man. Girl, what is you doing? You acting real blind right now. Somebody said they're scared of what they're doing at CERN. Man, if you worry about CERN, and you understand that they're opening portals to interdimensional, to different dimensions, and you believe in Jesus, and you believe in the power and authority of Jesus, just decree and declare in the name of Jesus Christ that the portal gonna close. Ask the Lord to put a rat inside the machine. Ask him for the wires to short out, for it to blow up, or for whatever comes through the portal to kill all of them. And keep it moving. You dig? Keep it moving. But yeah, that's one of the biggest mistakes people can make. So I'm hoping when Mark Zuckerberg shows up at a UFC event, people ain't booing him, acting all crazy. If he get rock roaring cheers and people cheering him on for leaving them, Mark will be on the good team forever. You dig? He'll be on the side of the light forever. It's crazy how it gives notifications to different groups of people. See, ain't none of y'all in here was in here 5 minutes ago. That's crazy. YouTube be playing. All right, that's the end of that cigar. That is what you officially call a nub at this point in time. Man, I think I want some Mediterranean food. Some chicken and some hummus, some pita bread, some roasted cauliflower. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll go and get me an old steak. Go to Morton's, give me a steak. I need me something. I'm starving. I'm starving like Marvin right now. Somebody need to give me a recipe, man. I want a lobster mac and cheese recipe. They're hammering Kamala. Every damn notification I'm getting is Kamala, Kamala, Kamala. Worldwide Weather Authority, man. Hold up. Every notification is Kamala. He said, you don't play around in the water, and you're right. I don't mess around in the water, man. Too many crazy things in that water. Now, I'll go fishing from a boat. You gotta understand, man. From Louisiana, we go fishing. It's basically the swamps. You dig? Basically the swamp. You ain't looking in the water and seeing nothing. I done had fish on the line while I'm reeling them in, and the alligator take the fish. And the alligator, you get up to the boat, and the alligator, yeah. Like, come on, bro, you just took my damn fish. You can't do nothing about it. Ain't like you're gonna jump in the water and get them. You just got fish jack. You dig? This security guard is overzealous. You ought to see him. Man, them people work in a building. They just came out the building. Why are you giving them a problem? That's crazy. Oh, they're trying to hit on this broad, the blind I was telling y'all about, that acting like she real blind. See how weak your game is. Let me see what he's spitting. Hold on, I'm gonna narrate this for you. So I'm gonna tell you what's going on right now. His body language is all off. Hands too low. Showing weakness. You know what I'm saying? He got long hair though, like Thor. He got pretty hair. Remember the dude on Supernatural? There was Sam and Dean. He got Sam Winchester hair. It's just flowing. And he ain't gave up now. He ain't get the digits. And his sidekick. Yeah, his sidekick lame too. Yeah. You lame. Now that should have been easy. Should have been easy work. You got Sam Winchester hair. Supposed to get every girl there is. Man, if I had Sam Winchester hair going back like this, boy, it'd be on out here in these streets. Oh my goodness. Give me some Cat Williams hair and perm it. Make it straight. I'm gonna tell you guys, the most deadly people on the mountain of influence is Cat Williams, Charleston White, and Jaguar White. When it comes to utterly decimating people, them three right there, you don't want no smoke with none of them. You don't want no smoke with them. You don't want no smoke with them. Yeah, Supernatural ran for a long, long time. I couldn't watch it with all the witchcraft in it though. Too much real witchcraft in that. That and then that other movie that came out, one of the Marvel movies where they had the chick was the witch, and they would literally have people going to the movie passing out in a movie theater. You know what I'm saying? That was crazy. Buffy the Vampire had a whole bunch of witchcraft in it too, but I had a crush on Buffy, and so I really was watching her. Oh, now security guard about to try and hit on him. And see, all this is conversation that these people are having. The Scarlet Witch, that's the one, is over paying for the parking space when don't nobody tow no cars around here. You got a whole parking lot, a whole garage that you just drive into. They don't even charge you the money. That's why I'm saying she acting real blind right now. Y'all see my video on the electric cars and how they all blowing up everywhere? What's it about gators? Yeah. That sleeping with robot girls is crazy. And it's more so in Japan and China. China is wild because, you know, China had that one-child policy for a long time, so they didn't have enough girls at all in China. Yeah. Oh, yeah, everybody trying to hit on Shorty. Now here come another dude trying to hit on her. They're game weak, too, though. Oh, yeah, you look like a doctor or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's that in your hands? This is why it's good to hang out with me, bro. Because this is all I do. We go smoke cigars, have a drink, and just sit down and look at people and people watch. People watching is the best thing on the planet. I don't know how many of y'all actually do people watching. People watching is fun. I'm going to tell you what's even more fun. When you people watching and people watch you, and then you start watching the person that's talking about you, you talk about it, but you make sure it's loud enough to where they can hear you. People watching is an art. You know what I'm saying? People watching is an art form. And it's free. You know what I'm saying? It's free. You don't spend a dime. The people watch. Back to Mark Zuckerberg. People got to stop being mean to Mark. I know he an android or a lizard person. Clearly something wrong with him. But when you got a lizard person or an android that come to your side, you don't mistreat him. And they can't do that to him because we need him to stay on our side. We don't need him censoring. So right now we got Twitter that's uncensored. I don't know if y'all saw where the Democrats tried to get the FCC to regulate Elon's Gronk, which is his AI, because he's got the only generative AI. Jesus. He's got the only generative AI that's uncensored. And it's actually fantastic. I'm about to get rid of Midjourney and move over to Gronk. But he's got the best AI out there. And what they don't want is they don't want his AI influencing the election, which, in my opinion, them trying to stop his AIs in election interference in either way it go. So the election interferers want to stop election interference, even though they are the election interferers. But nonetheless, you got Twitter, free as a bird right now. You got Facebook, just came free as a bird. You always had Rumble free as a bird. You always have Telegram free as a bird. The only one you got left is the one we on right now, YouTube. And they just came out and said that YouTube, Google was a monopoly and they was going to have to find a way to break that up. So that's a massive L for censorship. You know what I'm saying? It's a massive L for censorship. Somebody says, "Are you going to trust this election?" I'm going to vote in this election and do what I need to do. You dig? They're going to do what they need to do. I'm going to do what I need to do. And then whatever happens, I'm going to deal with it afterwards. What I'm not going to do is I'm not going to not vote. You dig? I mean, black folk got their ass whooped for me not to vote. I'm going to keep it real with you. So, when Mark comes over, it's a great thing. Because the trifecta was them having X, YouTube, and Twitter. They lost X and Twitter. I mean, they lost Twitter. The trifecta was, I'm sorry, them having Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. They lost Twitter. They still got Instagram. They don't have Rumble. They don't have Facebook. I'm sorry, Facebook was the one I was missed out. So now, they don't have Facebook. They don't have Twitter. They don't have Rumble, which they never had. And they don't have Telegram, which they're trying to prosecute the guy for Telegram. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's a great thing. It should be freedom of speech, point blank, period. And that's all it is to it. Somebody trying to troll. Kamala 2024. Go for it, bro. Go vote for her. Make sure you cast your vote. You have a right to vote for who you want to vote for. You don't have the right to do is tell me I can't vote for who I want to vote for. That's what me and you going to have a problem, homie. You dig? That's what we going to have a problem. Just says you're live. What up, Just? What's Biden up to? I don't know. I know he took a 2-week vacation on the beach, but he's supposed to be running the White House. But you're on the beach for 2 weeks. Kamala campaigning, so somebody running the White House. It ain't neither one of them. That's all I can tell you. It ain't neither one of them. Somebody running this nation, but it ain't either one of those two people. You dig? It ain't either one of them. Mediterranean food is what I'm going to get. I'm out of time to be talking. I'm going to make it happen. The DOJ reopened the case. Of course, the DOJ reopened the case because they needed to change the narrative, homie. The narrative, they've been getting their butt whooped everywhere. So they went on back to the old, he's a criminal. It ain't worked the first time. It ain't going to work the second time. Watch when they start saying Russia again. Russian collusion. It's going to come back too. All of us got to come back. Got to play the cards because they played. The only one that really worked was Russian collusion. Now that is a nice suit and tie combination. Wow. That was actually nice. You know what I'm saying? That was actually a nice suit and tie combination. Trump finna get indicted. What does it mean to be indicted? Do you know what it means to be indicted? Have you ever been indicted? Do you know what it means to be indicted? Nah, you don't know what it means. What does it mean to be indicted? Okay. So, if I file charges against you and they decide to take up the charges and indict you, what does that mean? In a political sense. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. But what does it mean from politics standpoint? You go into court. Thank you. You go into court. That's all it means. It's crazy, man. You go into court. That don't mean you're gonna get found guilty or nothing. That just means you're going to court. And so, like I was saying earlier, I've been saying since last week, they had to find a way to win the news cycle for the week. Because they lost the news cycle last week. They would begin the week losing the news cycle. And so boom. You're not gonna win the news cycle. That's the only thing they got. And that's all it boils down to. You did? I mean, that's literally all it boils down to. And if you're crazy enough to think that you're going to indict somebody, charge somebody, indict them, and run through a trial between now and November, if you really think that you can't think to yourself that, okay, there's something wrong with that, that you're going to run through a whole trial in 30 days, then something wrong with you. Man, this woman is what all that stuff was about. All them was, man, please. That's what all this commotion was about, man. What's wrong with y'all? Propaganda cycle. Yep. Public opinion is public opinion that matters. See, this is the person that does not understand anything about politics or public opinion. The whole reason why it's done is to give a narrative for the mainstream media to have talking points. The mainstream media has been on its heels since they missed on doing their assassination attempt. So all they've done is give a talking point for the mainstream media. So when anybody that's a Republican goes on a TV show to talk, we no longer are talking about Kamala and her deficit in intelligence or Joe Biden and the economy. We're talking about the indictment. And if you think after Russia, he going to jail, is that's going to last, then you don't understand public opinion. That's the point I'm making. You know what I'm saying? You don't understand public opinion. If you look at the history of what's been done, and you see that that just played out, it didn't last long, you would understand and know that's not going to work. But you'll see it. You heard me say it to you. Watch it. You'll see it for yourself. Watch how it just whoop, goes out the news cycle. And then come back and apologize and say, man, you kind of know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. Everything is about the news cycle. You got part of it right. It's about public opinion, but it's about the news cycle. That ain't about the shift public opinion. Remember, when they said he was a felon, his face went on T-shirts and he got accepted by a whole community because he was a felon. It didn't work. You know what I'm saying? So it's you got to understand what's going on. It didn't work. It's not going to work. It backfired. That's what happens when you have very dumb people in charge of a political campaign doing dumb stuff. Like I said the other day, they came out with 200 people from the Bush, McCain. Now that boy right there is a creeper. So they got this real cute girl that work in the building. When I say she cute, she a 10. So she left, and she's on the 5th floor. She left, and this boy here then went to the window and watched her walk from the front door. She came out the door, he looking like this, all the way to her car. That boy right there is a creeper. That's some creepy stuff right there. You don't be looking at, that's creepy stuff right there. You know what I'm saying? That you's a creeper. I'm gonna have to tell her, that boy's a creeper. Whoever that boy is, she need to watch out for him because he's a full-blown creeper. I'm sorry. People watching. But back to what I was saying. Whoever is advising and whoever making these decisions is the dumbest people on the planet. And that's the scariest thing to me, because these are some dumbasses running the government. I mean, you dumb. It's like whoever came out and told Kamala, which I swear, I think somebody wants to destroy poor Kamala. Whoever told Kamala to come out and say, yeah, you know, I'm responsible for the border wall. Man, why you doing that to that girl? Y'all crazy. And then have her put out campaign ads talking about she got anything to do with the border wall. When you got direct quotes where it's on TV where she's talking against it. Like who on the planet is advising these people? But I can tell you what it is. It's people vying for power behind the scenes. So we want her to get in, but we got to keep her in line. So everybody sees she's stupid. We're going to steal the election and push this stupid person in. I mean, it's a dastardly thing that's going on. You know what I'm saying? That boy back at the window again. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's on the 4th floor. He went on the 5th floor. He's on the 4th floor. That boy's a 4th floor creeper. Don't get me wrong. She bad. Yeah. She a 10. But you don't be doing nothing like that. That's creepy, man. Nah, she about 9.7. But still, above average beauty. Far above average beauty, and he's a full-on creeper. You know what I'm saying? Can't be doing that. That's weird, man. That's Tim Waltz weird right there, bro. Can't be doing that. Yeah. You can't be doing that. You can't do that. All right, anyway, let me hop off here. I'm hungry. I'm going to holler at y'all later.